Hello and welcome back to Revolution Beauty's YouTube channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any of our future videos. Today we are doing a simple kind of smoky Halloween look that you could literally wear with any Halloween costume, whether it's a witch, a bat, a cat, just a nice simple smoky eye. And we're going to be using the brand new Halloween collection from Revolution as well. Let's just get straight into it. So we're going to be recreating the look that I've made on this side to this side. So to start with, I'm going to take the Revolution Ultimate Eye Base. It's in the shade Light, and I always just tap this and put a little bit on my eyes like so. We do have this in numerous different colours, and I'm just going to take a fluffy brush to blend all of that across the lid, and this gives you a nice base, kind of like a blank canvas ready for your eyeshadow to go on top. So just make the pigmentation just pop that a little bit more as well. And then the key to the eye base is to leave it sticky. When it's sticky, it means that the eyeshadow is going to stick to it and again give us more pigmentation. So I'm going to go in with the Revolution R3 brush, and I'm going to go into the Night Forever Flawless palette from the Halloween collection, and I'm going to start off with the shade Gothic, which is the matte black in the collection. And I'm going to take this on the side of the brush, tap off any excess, and then I'm going to start by tapping this into this outer corner of our eye. And we're just going to be using tapping motions just to build that up, to get it to how intense we want it to be, but we will be re-intensifying it later anyway once we've blended out. You'll see in a bit. And as you can see, it is very pigmented, so I'm going to be taking a little brush. This is the Revolution R2 brush, and I'm going to go in with the colour next to it. So this is the shade Mystery, and then I'm going to take Mystery and I'm basically just going to tickle. The best way to explain it is to tickle the outer part of this black, and just very, very lightly take my time to blend it in. But the best part about this is it doesn't matter if it's messy because it's a Halloween look, so you'll go with the vibe anyway. So I'm just going to basically use that to blend out the black, and then I'm going to extend the purple just a little bit towards the middle part of my lid, like so, just so that it makes it easier to blend everything together later on. I love this palette because look how kind of grungy and cool toned it is. It's stunning. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a really big fluffy brush. This is the Revolution R4 brush, and we're going to go in with the other palette. This is the Deadly Desire palette from the Halloween collection. And when you open it up, she just looks like this. She is beautiful. So if you don't really want cool tones, I would recommend going for this palette. If you want more cool tones for Halloween, I would go for the Into the Night one. And I'm going to be taking the shade Sloth, which is like a bone colour that has quite like a grey, well yeah, it's kind of like a grey undertone to it. And I'm just going to be messy with this. It doesn't matter if we kind of blend in over the purple and kind of making it look really washed out, because we will go back in and we'll add that intensity back in. This is just about kind of blending them edges even more so. So super, super easy. You don't have to worry about it being perfect because it's just makeup. It's just makeup. And then, like I said, what we always do is we always go back in and add that depth back in once we've blended. So I'm going to go back in with the shade Mystery and also with the shade Gothic and build that back up. And I'll show you what I'm going to do just in case you are curious. So just taking a bit more on the brush, tapping off the excess again, and then I'm just going to go through the steps again basically and just add that purple back in, blend it ever so slightly into that colour that we have just used, and just build it up. And I always think that it's better to start your eye a little bit smaller and then build it up to how big you want it to be, than for it to be really, really big and then trying to like reverse it, and it just never works out that way. So I'm just going to take this and just take my time, keep kind of looking close, looking far away, and just starting to build that colour back up. And then again, I'll just keep going through the steps, so going back in with that lighter shade and just kind of tickling the edges of the purple, and just continue until you're happy really. And then once we've got it like this, when you're happy with it, then we're going to go in with the colour on the inner portion of the lid. So going back into the palette, I'm going to be taking the shade Vamp, oh my god, which is this stunning colour here. And I love applying shimmers with my finger, especially when it is just a really, really messy one too. So I'm going to take some of that and just start applying it to the lid. And like I said, the messier it looks, the better, and it just means that you can just kind of shove it on. You're not having to worry about it looking perfect or doing like a perfect cut crease. And because we've used that sticky base, it'll mean it'll just stick to it just so much easier, and it'll be less effort for you to, oh my god, to blend it all together. And then I'm going to go back in with that brush that we use for the purple, which is the R2 Fluffy Eye Brush. And I'm just going to use this to blend it together at the top and then bring some of the purple to the front of the eye. And it'll just blend together really nicely with that shimmery colour as well. It just kind of ties it all together. It kind of looks like you've done like a messy cut crease, even though you really haven't. So it just looks so nice. And then I'm just going to kind of blend everything. I'm going to go back in with the black as well, and I'm going to use this to really deepen back up this outer corner, because obviously naturally we're going to have a little bit of the shimmer on there from us using our fingers. I'm just going to add that depth back in, bring it right across the bottom part of the lid as well, and just really deepen it up. You can go as crazy as you want with this, because especially because it's Halloween, you can do whatever you want anyway, but even more so because you can just go a little bit wild with it. So I'm also going to pop on some of the Revolution Renaissance eyeliner and just give myself a little bit of a wing, just like I've done on this side. And then it should just look something like this so far. So I'm going to use the exact same brushes, and we're going to put this underneath the eye as well, like we have done on the other side. So I'm going to start with the black to begin with, and I'm going to put this closest to the lash line, and then again, kind of like what we did in the top, I'm going to use the purple to diffuse that out. And feel free to go in with more shade. I've just used what was already on the brush, and with the purple I've gone in with just a little bit more, just to fully blend that out. And again, you can go as grungy, as deep, as dark as this as you want. You can take it down as far as you want as well. It'll just add more to the look and more to like the Halloween kind of vibe as well. Okay, so now that the eyes are near enough done, I'm going to go in with my base products next. I'm going to be starting with the Revolution Pro Blur Stick Plus, but I just like to drag this all over my skin. This is amazing. It smells of watermelon as well, and it helps to blur out your pores, if I can speak today. We do have a full like back to base foundation, primer, concealer, like the full 101 video for you as well. So I will leave that linked down below if you want to go check that out. And it goes through exactly like the different products that we have, different foundations, what they all do, what they kind of help with. And it kind of helps to perfect that routine as well. So if you're wondering anything to do with kind of base products, I will leave that linked down below for you. And then for foundation, I'm going to go in with my favourite. This is the Conceal and Glow Foundation in the shade F8, which is a little bit, not too dark for me, but a little bit darker, but that's how I like it. So then I'm going to take a Revolution R7 brush and just use this to distribute the foundation all over my face. And I'm going in with tapping motions to get the most coverage and to stop it from kind of moving all over the shop. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Revolution F11 Fast Base Stick Foundation, but I use this for more bronzing up my face. I'm just going to put a little bit on these areas, like so. And then I like to use a Revolution R8 brush for this, as you can tell by the colour of it. And I'm just going to use this again, just tapping motions to bronze up my skin. And then taking my favourite concealer of all time, this is the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite. I'm in the shade C0.05. This does look quite light, but I love it. This is really full coverage. And then I'm just taking a Revolution sponge and just tapping this underneath my eyes. And then for powder, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Loose Powder Infinite Universal Loose Powder with Niacinamide, which is really good if you have got quite oily skin. Niacinamide, if I can spit words out, is really good at keeping oils at bay. So I'm going to take a Revolution R6 Soft Focus Powder Brush. I'm going to take some of that on the brush, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to start by putting this underneath my eye to begin with. So I'm going to take some of that loose powder on the brush and just use this to set the rest of my face as well. So I'm going to go in with a cream blusher now, and I know that you're probably thinking, well, you've just powdered, normally that's a rule. It doesn't apply with this. This works really well after you've powdered your face, and I love that for that. So this is the Revolution Fast Base Blush, and I'm going to go in with the shade blush, funny enough. And what I like to do, especially if you are scared of cream or put it on top of powder, is I go in with a stippling brush to pick it up, just so I'm not having like a stamp or a swipe of like a really intense colour. So this is the R14 Super Dewy Stippling Brush, but you can use this for whatever you want. So I like to just kind of run it over the cream blusher itself, and then you have a lot more control with this. I always like to tap off on the back of my hand and then basically just tap it where you want it, and it just gives you so much more control with it, and it's not as scary as like swiping it on and then being like, oh my god, what if it doesn't blend out, or what if I can't like apply it properly. It just kind of takes that scariness away, which is exactly what I like. So I'm just going to basically build that up, and obviously you can do it as little or as intense as you want, because we will be going in with a black lip too. And then for highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Reloaded highlighter. This one is in the shade Raise the Bar. This is so pretty and I love it, but I just think it's gorgeous as well. But anyways, I'm going to go in with the R5 Fluffy Highlighting Brush. I'm just going to pick some of that up again, tap off the excess, gives us a bit more control, and just apply it straight on the high points of my cheek. I also like to put some on the end of my nose and then just up here as well. If you want to have more of a highlighted look, I'd also put it on the top of your forehead, like up here. But it depends, if you are quite oily, you might not like that. So it just depends on what you prefer and how glowy you like to be too. So now that we've put the rest of our base on, we only have lashes and lips to go. And we're going to try these. These are the Halloween lashes. These are the Revolution So Extra lashes, 100% synthetic. And these are crazy. Like, these are definitely some Halloween lashes. So I'm going to use some of the Revolution False Eyelash Glue. I would really recommend, if you aren't the best at false eyelashes, put the glue on the lash band and wait until it goes tacky, like to the point where you think, is it fully dry? Like, is it completely dry now? That's when it's time to apply them. If you have got a winged eyeliner or just any eyeliner on the top as well, it helps out loads. But we will be doing a full how to apply false lashes video coming on our YouTube channel very, very soon. So don't forget to turn that notification bell on. Give this video a thumbs up just so that you don't miss that in the future. But that will be coming very, very, very soon. So I'm going to pop these lashes on and I'll be back with you in a momento. And then this is what the lashes look like. Perfect for Halloween. They are super, super light as well. So if you're worried about them being quite heavy, they're not. Like, they're really, really, really lightweight. And yeah, this is just what they look like. I hope you can see them on camera, but perfect for Halloween and perfect for this look as well. Now let's try the lipstick. So the lipstick just looks like this. This is the Midnight Kiss lipstick. It's a smooth velvet finish lipstick with a skull ring inside. So the actual packaging is black, just looks like this. And then when you take the lid off, this ring here, this part here, is actually adjustable. You can take it out of the packaging and then you can wear it as a ring, and it has like the adjustable bits on the back. And then the actual lipstick itself, black baby. So it also has a skull imprinted in it. This one is the shade Midnight. Just looks like this. So I'm taking the black lipstick, which, as you can see, is very black. And I'm just putting this all over the lips. If you want to, you could go in with a liner. That makes it a bit easy for you, but I'm just going to try my best and try and just freestyle it on my lips. So this is what the lipstick looks like on, and this is the finished look. I would love to know what you think down below. If you do recreate this look, please tag Makeup Revolution on social media. All of our social media is linked down below. Please give us a follow. If you want any more Halloween tutorials, please let us know in the comments as well. I really hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and we will hopefully see you in another video very, very soon. Bye!